So today we're going to take a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. We're now on episode 27 of the series, and in the last episode, this Malay country tried to invade the Bruneian, I think it's what it's called, the Bruneian country, and as you can see, it clearly did not work out for them. And we also saw South China invade the country, that was once here. And we also saw like this new Nigerian country pop up and some more countries expanding into Africa. We also saw the wombo combo of this gold team country. And I teased at the last part of the episode. But if you didn't watch till the end, then sorry you. But I teased the Azeri Civil War. I showed like a frame of it last time, but now we will get into it. But first, we gotta have our daily Madagascar update. And in this daily Madagascar update, we are going to see the dark purple team start an invasion of the gold team as they want to have access to the sea. So they push on into a sea, and they capitulate the northern half of the gold team and now are starting to siege the capital. The gold team is stronger than the dark purple team, but they were overwhelmed as they saw they were chilled with the dark purple team, so they were not expecting this. And that shows to show that you always should have a national guard like all around your border, and it shouldn't matter if you're quote unquote friendly with the country or not. But yeah, the gold team now is dead. And in this peace treaty, we see the dark purple team annexing 3 provinces of the gold team, and now the gold team has been reduced. The dark purple team didn't want to fully annex the gold team. They just wanted access to the sea, and that's what they got. So the dark purple team is gonna get stronger because of trade. That's why they wanted it. Some countries out there were offering them some pretty good trade deals, and that's why they wanted to get sea access. So good for them. Now let's move back onto the Azeri Civil War. The rebellion is doing some pretty good work against Azerbaijan, having split them up into now. And Azerbaijan is a fairly strong country, although heavily weakened after World War One. And they're like, how is this happening? And our citizens were mostly happy. And these rebels are way stronger than we anticipated. How is this happening? And these guys don't know, but some countries funding them, and I wonder which one it is. The Azeris do manage to push the rebellion and back here and are working into like do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. They haven't yet, but let Azerbaijan dream, guys. Just let them dream. Now the leader of the rebellion is going to make a move with the northern group over here to try and capture this major city. And the plan is, tolerance is being wacky. The plan is try to encircle it. It's cutting off this area while we're at it, and that's the plan. And they managed to completely encircle this city, cutting off its communication to the capital city. And this city is very important. It's like the second city in command next to the capital one. So, if Azerbaijan loses this, it'll be Jover for them. Fortunately for them, they lose it. And now they lose all of this land over here. Darn. And then the Persian country, seeing this as a perfect opportunity to expand, and they are going to push into the southern areas of Azerbaijan, capturing a major city of them, and working together with the rebels to now start to try and squeeze Azerbaijan out of the south. And so far, so good. Some of these rebels over here even decide to abandon the other group to join Persia. And Persia's like, wow, thanks, I guess. And the other rebellion is like, bruh. And Azerbaijan is like, frick. But yeah, Persia snakes their way up to this next major city. And these front lines, it's not just Persia, it's also this rebellion. But they also work together to spearhead capturing another major city. And they work to cut off Azerbaijan from their coast. And yeah, it's pretty toast for them. Azerbaijan now sees that it is impossible for them to win this, so they decide to surrender to all surrounding parties. Now let's see how this peace treaty is going to turn out. And in this peace treaty, we see Azerbaijan is heavily reduced. Persia is going to be annexing this land over here, and the rebellion gets independence and now exists in the southern areas of Azerbaijan. And this guy really did not want these guys to live, but they did surrender, so they kind of had to oblige and let them live. And now, actually, I do not like how this looks. Let me adjust a few things. Okay, I think that looks a bit better. And this new country only has one major city, so the capital will be placed in that one major city, because where else would it be? So yeah, capital goes right there. Welcome to South China's daily conquest. Which country is next to fall to South China? I wonder who. This isn't gonna become an actual thing like the daily Japan updates or daily Madagascar updates. This is just a little gag that I'm doing because on to really show that this guy is really expansionist. But yeah, who is South China's next victim? Oh, well, who would have guessed? Well, South China is now invading in Hong Kong, and they instantly blitz through this area, capturing a major city, cutting off communication with this area and the rest of the country, because you can't see it here, but South China has completely surrounded this area with planes and ships and their army and tanks. Oh yeah, I think tanks would have been invented by now. It's like the year 1905 probably. But anyway, enough about that. So without orders from the capital, this area just decides to retreat to this peninsula, which is not a very good plan. And as South China just kind of does that with their navy, and now Hainan has fallen, and now all the rest of the country has fallen, and that is not good at all. And now South China fully annexes them. Yeah, that's it for now for our daily South China conquest. Hooray! Next up, the Raj is going to tell this country, hey, can you invade this country? I know you guys are friendly with each other, but I would really appreciate if you made that country be weakened a lot. And besides, I don't want to have to go through the mountains, so can you just do it for me? If you don't, you'll die. And that's all the Indian Union, aka the Raj, needed to say. Is now this country is going to quickly oblige because the people running this country, they don't want to lose their country, so they're going to do the smart move and invade this Nepal country. And immediately this country is going to be like, yo, uncool. And why? And they're like, you're forced to do this. And they managed to capture this major city. This guy is stronger than this guy, by the way. And they managed to do a spearhead over here, capitulating this area. And this country is pretty cooked. And now the Indian Union is gonna say, hey, we surrender now, and we won't genocide your people. What was that? I mean, we won't send your people to concentration camps. And like, okay. And this country surrenders. Let's take a look at the peace treaty. And in this peace treaty, we see this Bhutani country, I guess, as get this land from the Nepal country, and the Indian Union gets the rest. So win-win, except for the Nepal country, but we won't talk about them. And after this whole ordeal, India, I'm just gonna call this country the Indian Union because it's way simpler than calling them the Raj. The Indian Union is going to make an economic alliance, and it's gonna be the Heart Economic Alliance. And the reason they're doing this is because this country is the #1 economy in the world, and they think that they could help other countries. And some countries to join are Persia decides to join. This purplish lavender country also decides to join the economical alliance. This country over here also decides to join, and Vietnam also decides to join, despite being a loser in World War One. After World War One, Vietnam wasn't doing so hot, and so they think that joining that economic alliance would be good. And lastly, Mongolia is going to join this economic alliance. And that's all the people that will be joining for now. And this green country, they also join. I nearly forgot to mention that. And the Turkic Union is like, whoa. Why are you meddling in our sphere of influence? And the Indian Union is like, why shouldn't we? And the Turkic Union is like, that's actually a really good question, and I don't. Next up, the red team is gonna make its own military alliance, the Hexagon Military Alliance. And this alliance isn't like your typical military alliance. This alliance is for, say, anyone that is interested in the African continent, and such countries are: a green team is interested in Africa. Norway is interested in Africa. Wales is interested in Africa. The Turkic Union is interested in Africa, as they are in the area. The Indian Union also is interested in Africa. And lastly, Prussia is interested in Africa. This alliance is only made for this purpose, and if they can get control of Africa and do a, say, scramble for it, after this quote-unquote scramble is done, the Hexagon Alliance will be disbanded. And And all the African countries are like, oh no. In fear of an African coalition, and South Africa is going to join the Star Alliance, and so is Kenya, tough Mozambique, Somalia, Eritrea, I guess, Ethiopia, and this like South Sudanese country, Tanzania, untough Mozambique, and lastly, this Nigerian country also joins the Star Alliance. Publicly said that they are not interested in Madagascar, which now leaves everybody in the African continent as part of the Star Alliance. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about the Gold Team. Yeah, they also joined the Star Alliance because the Gold Team is like the William Afton of the series. No matter how many times you get rid of them, they always come back. So yeah, funky stuff happening here soon. Next up, this Alaskan country is going to invade the Washington country, and immediately this like Wyoming thing is immediately gonna say, "Hey, stop this," and Alaska grudgingly is gonna go, "Fine, but we'll only take what we invaded." And Washington is going to accept this because they don't want to die. So yeah, let's see how much land Alaska annexes. Alaska is going to annex this one singular province from Washington, and Washington is allowed to stay for another day. Next up, this maroon country is beefing with this blue country because this country was not part of the original French Union colony, and this country believes that they should have had all of the area that the French colony once had. And if you're wondering what the area is, let me show you. These are the provinces that the Maroon team wants from the, I guess, Sao Paulo country, but they won't hand it over. And you know how this is gonna turn out. But I'll save it for the next episode. Actually, no, the next episode. Well, depending on... I'll just shut up. With now their united front, and the African Alliance is going to carve up even more of the leftover African lands, and so that the Hexagon Alliance doesn't get it. Mauritania takes this chunk right here. Kenya expands even more into the Congo area. South Africa expands even more. I don't remember if I mentioned this because my brain is cuckoo, but Nigeria expands and meets up with Kenya. Tough and untough Mozambique take these lands respectively. These two countries expand a bit more. These countries are twins. Libya takes this hefty chunk out of Africa, and now Libya is really long now. And now this South Sudanese country, he takes all this land right here, cutting off the Cyan team from any more expanding. So bad for them, I guess. Now let's move away from all the chaos happening in Africa for a bit. Next up, Crimea is eyeing this country over here, since both countries are the same religion, and Crimea wants to unite all of the countries under that one religion, and so you might have to look out for any shenanigans happening over here. Next up, this Welsh area over here is gonna ask for independence, and Wales is going and to oblige and give the Yucatan country independence. And now let's see what that independence is going to look like. Now, the Yucatan country has independence, and it only has one major city, so the capital shall go there. Good for Mexico, because they like having no colonizer on their borders. So Mexico is pretty happy about this. Next up, an explorer called Anthony Barrios is going to discover Antarctica, and Antarctica is obviously freezing, so decides not to go any further than this. But he decides to tell the leader of the red team about this, and they're like, "Ooh, interesting." And also, I just realized the French Union is surviving out over here, but not anymore, because the French Union is dead. Sorry, Laser Chase, but the French Union is gonzo. Okay, something interesting just happened, and the red team has now decide to set up a colony along this like Ghana, Togo, Nigeria area. I don't know what this area is called, okay? But all I know is that the red team set up a colony there, and the Star Alliance is like, whoa, 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 whoa! Can you not do that, please? Yes, if you do that again, and we will declare war on you. And then Wales does a little bit of this, and a little bit of that. And now the Star Alliance declares war upon the Hexagon Alliance. And the War of Africa, or how I like to call it, the War of Preservation, has officially just started. And no, this is not World War II. It's like the Great African War. But I like to call this the War of Preservation, since these guys want to preserve Africa and not have it colonized. And yeah, that'll be it for today's episode of What If Civilization Started Over. Please leave a like and subscribe, smash the notification bell, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.